Hey, what is going on, crypto people? Happy Tuesday to each and every one of you. Flare Networks plus Jumper Exchange plus LI.FI equals more opportunity. Yeah, everyone is hopping on Flare. Everyone is partnering up, integrating Flare Networks into their ecosystem. It's really, really cool. And just before I decided to go live, I saw that more markets has partnered up with Flare Networks to offer the better XRP yield. How about that? Happy Tuesday to each and every one of you. Look at the market recovered from this dude selling all that Bitcoin. That was crazy. Sold all that Bitcoin in about 10 minutes. That is cray. But anyway, the market is resilient and recovered. But yeah, that's a lot of Bitcoin. 24,000 Bitcoin is a lot. But we're going to go over the numbers. We'll go over to CoinGecko. I'm going to refresh it now. Flare Networks. Everyone's hopping on, partnering with Flare Networks. I hope you understand that. The XRPL got a new addition. A supply chain fintech topped on the XRPL. We'll cover that as well. Get CoinGecko to refresh. There it is. Again, happy Tuesday to each and every one of you. I'm telling you, more and more and more for me personally in the crypto seizures home, not financial advice. Don't go out and do anything because I'm talking about it. It feels like Flare Networks is going to have that Caspa like move in this cycle. It's feeling like it. Certainly, there's no guarantees, but it's feeling like that for me for sure. Again, that's just the price of FLR, but that's in addition to the price of FLR. I'm seeing what I'm comparing. My analogy is this is a next level EVM blockchain. Caspa did some things differently and perhaps better than Bitcoin's chain. So the networks, for me, is in that lane as well. And you can tell by every time you turn around, a new person project is hopping on Flare, partnering with Flare, integrating Flare networks. That, my friends, is a really, really good deal. It's a really good deal for sure. If you're not familiar with the path to alt season, you might want to Google it, look into it, YouTube it. It's a real deal. It's how the whales accumulate and compound their wealth in the bull run. Some food for thought for you. You might want to look into it, see if it makes sense to you. For sure. Happy Tuesday again, everybody. What's going on, Ski Mask Citizen? Morning to you, bro. Morning to you. Barbie Taylor is in the building. What's up, Barbie? How are you? Appreciate you checking in. Legendary is here. The Blue Run just checked in this morning. Appreciate you guys being here. What's going on, John Edwards? How are you, my friend? Listen, I got about 40 minutes. I got a call. I got to get on. Miss Crypto C's looking at me. We got a call to get on at noon. Got to level up some education. So yeah, all around credit, interest, uh, financial instruments to turn the banking rigged system against the bank. So anyway, I'll share more about that later. But listen, guys, let's get into some stuff here. Let's go over this market real quick while we let people check in, shall we, John? Let's go over this market real quick before we get into the big news, man. I'm telling you, yesterday's video was a live stream was about why is everyone hooking up and talking about Flare networks. Now we got why is everyone joining this network, partnering up, integrating? It's telling it's a sign, in my opinion. All right, let's go over here real quick. All right, so according to CoinGecko, what is going on here? What is that popping up? According to CoinGecko, the total cryptocurrency market cap is down 2% in the last 24 hours. Let's go over here and check out the Bitcoin dominance, find out what's good. Refresh that. We always want to check the Bitcoin dominance, the ETH dominance versus the ETH versus BTC pair, I should say. Let's take a look at that as well. Looks like the The Bitcoin dominance is still, pretty much well under 60%. So that's good. That's good to know, but we want to get the accurate numbers. Last reported at 58.3 on the Bitcoin dominance. Let's get that. Uh, let's get the live numbers. Again, appreciate you guys checking in. I don't know. Um, but I'm feeling like Flare Networks is just got some good strategy behind the timing of releases with these partners. Um, it's pretty cool to see this strategy being played out in real life. All right, we're not gonna mess around with this thing. If this thing ain't gonna load up, man, we're not gonna mess around with it. So it's still under 60%. Let's just go with that. ETH versus BTC. ETH is still outpacing BTC, which is good as well. This thing is just spinning. We don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. So let's go over the numbers at CoinGecko. All right, so there it is, 58.17, 58.17. So it's still under 60% in terms of the Bitcoin dominance. This is what we want. We want that thing churning towards 57% and monitoring that. That's what we want. Driving in and listening, says Barbie. Cool. I posted this link, my actual. Thank you, Barbie. I appreciate that. Let me try to get rid of some of this stuff here. I got all my Madden stuff up here. What the world happened? Sharing is stopped. What the what the world happened? Let's get rid of some stuff here. Let's close this tab. Let's close the ETH versus BTC pair. It's still trending upwards. In other words, ETH is still outperforming Bitcoin. These are great things. I don't know what happened to the laptop, if it refreshed, or I said to not update anything until tonight. But anyway, so I got rid of that. Let's go over CoinGecko real quick. Bitcoin is trading at, it's 109. Wow, it's interesting. It's 109,666. And on the 30-day, it's down 7.5%. Ethereum is trading at $4,521. On the 30-day, Ethereum is still up 18, up almost 19%. Solana is trading $190.93, down 8% on the SWI. Let's go to SWI. SWI is trading at $3.41. It's down on the 30-day 20%. So that is the market, fam. And the market, is just doing what the market does. I'm going to get rid of CoinGecko also. And let's get rid of my strategy for acquiring more Bitcoin. I got to share that later in the Patreon. Using TradFi product to do so. It's pretty cool. All right. So there it is, fam. Uh-oh, what happened here? Something went wrong with my chat. Where's my chat at? Where is my chat? I may have to do it from here. Let me refresh this. My chat disappeared. We can't have that. We got to have a live chat going on. There it is. There it is. John says Hugo from Flare Networks is a smart guy. Yeah, he is. John says I haven't sold a single FLR token since I got diamond hands, brother. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you. That is diamond hands for sure. Major respect. Rupert Rusky, happy Tuesday, CJ. Hey, Rupert, how are you? Were you on a live on an interview, live stream, video, Rupert, lately? I'm wondering. I am wondering. Yeah, same for me. I haven't sold any FLR tokens. It is what it is. Rupert said, me? No. Okay. Cool. All right, family. So there it is. Do me a favor, hit that like button on the way in. Those are the numbers on the market. Again, the market is just doing what the freaking market, what it does. It's just doing what the market does. Let me cover this news to give you the bigger picture before I share Flare Networks with you. Okay. It's just, we have to understand that there is a committee out there called they who do not want you to win. I call it old money. All right. So let's go here. Ryan Sean Adams from Bankless YouTube channel shared this post from Politico and the groups out there lobbying for the bank and the banking lobbies. Plain and simple. They want to block all crypto companies from paying yield to customers who hold stablecoins. They don't want you to get the yield. The banking cartel. You gotta get it. Ryan Sean Adams says the banks are trying to stop American citizens from getting yield on their savings. They want to keep it for themselves. Absolutely outrageous rent seeking. Stablecoin yield belongs to the people, not the banks. Just understand there's a system out there that is rigged against you. It's not hyperbole. It's not what's the thing they like to call it? The thing the NSA or CIA made up. Conspiracy theory. Remember, the CIA made that up and created that. And then they got their people to market that as a real thing. Conspiracy theory. Just understand it. So it's not that. There's just a system that is designed and been rigged against you. It's a fact. And you have to learn ways to turn that and flip the script on them. The digital asset space is one way to do that, but there are others. All right, so let me share one here. LI.FI. LI.FI, is it Li.FI? Li.FI? I don't know. Li.FI? I don't know. Is now live on Flare Networks. It's live on Flare, the platform for non-smart contract-based DeFi asset built on enshrined oracles. It says interoperability in action, says Flare Networks. Interoperability. So when I mouse over Li.FI, this is what it says. One API for seamless swaps and bridging across EVM, Solana, and Bitcoin. Integrated by Robinhood Wallet, interestingly enough, MetaMask, and Phantom, plus 250 partners. You can add Flare Networks, the Layer 1 EVM blockchain, in that mix. It's a big deal. It really is a big deal. Let me see what I got going on here. It is a big, 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 big deal. I'm going to share this more markets later, but I think that's interesting. That came a deal. Where's the Jumper Exchange? I want to share it right here. Here it is. Jumper news. The Jumper Exchange, Flare Networks. Jump into the blockchain for data. Flare Networks is live on Jumper. Just use Jumper Exchange to seamlessly bridge ETH, USDC, USDT, and more to Flare Networks. You understand what's going on? It's the interoperability play is going on here. And then you throw in their novel niche within that, which is the blockchain for data. Never mind what's going to come with the protocol managed wallets and the TEEs and how they're going to leverage that. I guess this is one of those situations where I feel like I can say I'm blessed to be here early to a layer 1, next level layer 1 blockchain with real technology and real use cases, with an ecosystem growing and thriving and growing. Not just a chain with nothing on it. Talking TVL, talking about a thriving chain with stuff on it where you can do things with it. It's a really, really good deal. So yeah, Jump Exchange. I don't know much about Jump Exchange, but all right, let's see what it says here. Jumper Exchange, a truly multi-chain exchange, aggregating the best in the business for bridging and swapping. Another interoperability play on Flare, connecting Flare. Do you understand what's going on? It says aggregating the best in the business for bridging and swapping. Live on Bitcoin, EVM, Solana, Sui, and Hyperliquid. I'm just saying, when you get a liquid staking token like STXRP, you're going to have spots to play. You're going to have places to go in addition to Flare networks. You understand? For the XRP holder, these interoperability plays are massive, right? They're freaking massive. You understand what I'm saying, guys? Interoperability at play here is big for XRP holders. Again, I just want to point out that we as XRP holders haven't had a place to use our XRP. All these things interoperating with the FLR token and the Flare networks is massive for FLR holders. The ecosystem is going to reward long-term vision holders of FLR, if you understand. And for me, just for me, it's not about this cycle. It's about the next cycle for me. But in terms of FLR tokens, I will be rotating my multiplied ETH, my multiplied XRP. I will be rotating a measure of that, a percentage of that into, and my multiplied Solana into Sui and into FLR. Once I get the multiples from ETH, I already got it from Bitcoin, rotated that into ETH. Once I get the multiples from ETH, rotate that in XRP. Once I get the multiples from XRP, rotating that into and XRP and Solana, rotating that into Sui and FLR. This is just an example. It's not financial advice. I'm just thinking out loud of what I'm going to be doing. If you understand math and you understand the path to all season, it'll be a ding, 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 ding for you. If you hold those assets, if you don't hold the blue chippers, then you just gotta rely on Wind Moon when it's time for that particular alt coin to move, depending on its market cap. And nothing is wrong with that. The path to all season is just to multiply. It's an exponential increase in value of your bull run bag. Yep. So this is cool. That is really, really cool. I don't know why I digressed like that, but I did. Happy Tuesday to you, Rupert. So let me welcome some more people to the stream. Check out you guys here. Rick Cisneros is in the building. What's going on, brother? Flare network affects adoption curve from left to right. Indeed, it does. That adoption curve. What's going on, bro? Appreciate you checking in, Rick. Going up and to the right in the network adoption curves, Metcalfe's law, if you will, is an important thing for layer one. This is what Sui is doing. This is what Solana has done. This is what Ethereum has done. This is what Bitcoin has done. So, Pookie Pookie's in the building and said, I just left the gym. Really? Good for you, bro. So, I mean, that's big interoperability plays right there. Barbie says, yes, years from now into the future, we can look back and realize how blessed we were to be in this ecosystem since day one. I hope people could just understand that. I don't want to say it's like early days, day one of Bitcoin, but it is certainly like, in my opinion, early days, day one of Ethereum. That's what it feels like to me. That's what it feels like to me. I still believe and I still say, whenever I can, that I believe Flare Networks is becoming the promise of what Ethereum hoped to be. Doesn't mean Ethereum is still not going to do its thing in this cycle. Still doesn't mean institutions are defaulting to Ethereum. They are, but institutions are lining up to hop on Flare Networks as well. You know, lining up. Checking it out, waiting on checks like robustness, security, um, transactional speed. They're just tracking these numbers. Others are hopping on sooner than others, but these are the things that they're looking for. Okay. But the point is, they're looking at it. They're looking at the chain. They're looking at the ecosystem. They're looking for these things. They're focused. It's important. It's no different than what BlackRock did for Ethereum. It's no different. None. This is what big players and institutions do. They do the due diligence, and they're investigating what can they gain from hopping on this blockchain. How can this blockchain serve them? You got to get that. Firelight, Uphold, and now more markets, which I think is interesting. So we'll see. We're going to go over that as well. We can look back, says Barbie, realize how blessed we were to be in this ecosystem since day one, getting the flare drops. People getting the flare drops are legends. Yeah. 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 For sure. Hopefully I'll get my flare drops from Celsius Network. Hopefully. I got another distribution, which is good. That's the third one. But that was Bitcoin. I want my FLR tokens. Dr. XRP Mister, what's going on, man? How are you? Appreciate you checking in, guys. Do me a favor, hit that like button on the way in. You know how we do. We like to have just as many likes as we have viewers in the stream. What are your thoughts on Ripple using their XRP from escrow for XRP? Very possible, don't you think? Of course. It's very possible. Of course. Why would they not? It's a use case for their XRP. It just makes perfectly good sense to me. Why would they not? They're not going to say anything. But why would they not? They understand its utility for XRP, right? Other than just selling. Right? They understand that they can get better yield on the XRP, right? They understand it. Hook up on Firelight. They understand it. They want more utility for the asset that they hold as well. Like, I don't know why people don't think that. For some reason, they don't want more utility like all the rest of us XRP holders with their XRP. I don't understand that. Like, how does that make any sense? Of course, they want more utility. Of course, they want to be able to get yield safely. Of course. Remember, Firelight, Flare Networks, it's non-custodial minting. You understand it? XRP to FXRP, non-custodial. You get it? Of course, they're going to be interested in that. Of course. Now, who knows when they do it? Will they wait until version 2.0? They might. They might not hop on when version on Flare mainnet right away. They may wait to version 2.0. I don't know. But why would they not? If they understand business and how money works, of course they would. In my opinion, of course they would. They're not entertaining content creators who think you got to compare one chain or one asset with the other, and they're not retail thinking, right? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting. Dr. XRP Mister says, will that be announced? I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. If Ripple will announce it, if Flare will announce it, will they talk about it being announced? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not waiting on an announcement though, but I know there are some XRP holders who don't make moves until Ripple makes a move. I do know that. They're unable to think for themselves. I do know that. But what's going on, Alex G? Hello, CE. Hello, CJ. How are you? What's good? What's good, Alex G? What you up to, bro? You on the roads today, sir? So let me share this more markets news. Just kind of came up. I find it to be fascinating. More markets. I know I mentioned more markets and Stroll Finance and Doppler, kind of putting them in the same category. Um, but this more markets news is interesting. Before I share that, let me share again Firelight so people can understand what is Firelight and why they're doing this thing that they're doing on Flare Networks. Firelight says this: ABS to Firelight's model, evolving from infra-based share security to a marketplace for trust. How does this work? The ESS, lease economic security for DeFi use cases. Stakers deploy assets, earning fees plus Firelight points. Operators manage the infra that secures this economically, whatever that ESS stands for. Right? So this is a big deal. Again, Firelight came from the people from Centaur, formerly of Into the Block, institution grade stuff, making it available for both institutions and retail. Institutional grade products made available for institutions and retail is a big deal. Phase two of Firelight introduces a market for on-demand guarantees and yield provisioning. Right now, it's just phase one, redefining the traditional setup of restaking protocols. I like Firelight, what they're doing. I'm excited about it. I told you guys, I said it once, I'll say it again. For me and my XRP, I'm hopping on Flare. I'm participating in Firelight. I'll be minting and XRP and stuff there. That's why I'm hopping with my XRP for sure. Everyone has to make their own decision. A portion of my XRP for those in the back who think everything is 100% or nothing. A portion of my XRP, a percentage of my XRP, not 100% of my XRP, right? Let's share this more market news. I think that's interesting. Flare community had to shared it here. So there's Flare Networks here. A breakthrough for XRP powered, a breakthrough for XRP-FI powered by Flare Networks. Teaming up with more markets, we're making real and on-chain yield more accessible than ever. You understand? This has become a theme. This has become a theme, and it's great for XRP holders. It's a blessing for XRP holders. And again, Flare Networks, in my humble opinion, the project, the team behind it, is further along in bringing and adding value to XRP holders than any other project out there, in my opinion. Teaming up with more markets, we're making real and on-chain yield more accessible than ever. Soon, more markets will launch a Flare-powered yield lane within its XRP Earn account, letting users bridge and earn rewards in XRP all in one platform. Another option for us XRP holders. Behind the scenes, this is driven by Flare's F Assets system and its robust DeFi ecosystem, transforming every XRP into a DeFi ready asset with institutional grade security. Do you understand? And Flare Networks is going to do this with XLM. Flare Networks is going to do this with Bitcoin. Flare Networks is eventually going to do this with Doge. You understand? It's going to happen, right? More and more projects, more and more developers are going to recognize there's wrapped, there's bridges, and then there's Flare networks. There are currently wraps, versions, and bridges out there, okay? They're out there, right? You got Babylon, we're doing things for Bitcoin. You got Ren, right? You got some wrap stuff. You got some bridges, and then you got Flare networks. And more projects and more builders are going to recognize the difference. It's as simple as that. Does Flare Networks, this layer one EVM blockchain, have to prove robustness, has to prove security, has to prove scalability, TPS? Of course. But more projects are just looking in, got their eyes on this chain and the team behind it, and learning more, and realizing this is a team and a project that's doing very novel things, that is focused, honed in, blinders on, true decentralization, true security, and true scalability. This is what's going on. That's what's going on. I mean, to me, it's clear as day what's going on. That's pretty good news. Get ready and learn more here. This is some disclaimer. More Market says, great to partner with Flare Networks on making on-chain yield more accessible for XRP holders. Again, just want you to understand something. Behind the scenes, this is driven by Flare's F-Assets system and its robust DeFi ecosystem. It's a big deal. Let's go over this article just briefly because I do have to hop up here before I got a call in 20 minutes. More Markets chooses Flare to power the future of XRPL. Flare is teaming up with More Markets to launch the XRP Earn account, a new and secure way for XRP holders to earn yield. This integration enables More Markets' on-chain yield generation strategy on the Flare network, creating a seamless XRP.fi experience that is intuitive and fully on-chain. Introducing More Markets' XRP Earn account. XRP holders can soon earn secure and on-chain yield without navigating the complexities of multiple blockchains, bridges, or smart contracts. A user directly initiates the XRP bridging process from their own XRP wallet, from their own XRPL wallet, through a dedicated feature on More Markets. The feature facilitates a payment from the user's XRPL wallet to the F-Assets system. Flare's native bridge to initiate minting of FXRP. From there, the More Markets platform automatically manages a series of DeFi strategies on Flare, such as lending or liquid staking FXRP with Firelight to generate real yield. I mean, it's like the writing's on the wall, Barbie. Like it's on the wall. It's just, will people pay attention to it, or are people going to be in their feelings? All of this happens behind the scenes, ensuring the user's experience is as simple as possible. All earned rewards are automatically converted to XRP and paid out to the user's wallet. Let me say that again. All of this happens behind the scenes, ensuring the user's experience is as simple as possible. All earned rewards are automatically converted to XRP and paid out to the user's wallet. This collaboration unlocks new potential for XRP as a programmable asset, providing a straight path, a straightforward and safe way for everyday users to participate in DeFi. How does this differ from other XRP yields? The Flare Dash More Markets partnership creates a unique and comprehensive yield solution for XRP. It's a powerful value proposition, an on-chain, hello, non-custodial solution. You understand? It's a powerful value proposition, an on-chain, non-custodial solution that gives XRP holders, who? That gives XRP holders a simple way to earn. Because the flare mechanics are handled entirely by more markets, users will only interact with a single friendly interface while enjoying these benefits. This is what the vast majority of XRP holders have been clamoring for. But are you going to be in your feelings because it's happening on Flare networks? It's really up to you. Do you want to take advantage of this new financial system that's being built with your asset that Bitcoin has been able to enjoy, that Ethereum has been able to enjoy, Bitcoin holders have been able to enjoy, Ethereum holders have been able to enjoy, Solana holders have been able to enjoy, SWI holders have been able to enjoy? Do you want to join in that or no? It's really up to you. It really is up to you. It says it here, non-custodial and real yield. So are you really, and people, I'm waiting on some regulation. I'm waiting on Ripple. I'm waiting on some law. Cool. Godspeed. Cool. For me, I'm taking a percentage of my XRP, and I am actively participating because the power of compounding your wealth is enormous once you understand it. This is the opportunity you have. There will always be a moon bag. You have to, just like you always have a measure of savings account or of a savings. You have to, because stuff happens. But if you're talking about truly understanding how money works, you partition a certain amount of your asset to compound its yield. It's just really as simple as that. This is absolutely exciting, and it's absolutely massive because there's going to be them people that look, they ain't trying to go to Stargate the bridge. They're not trying to go to Layer Zero or Omni BTC. They don't want to go, from this DEX to some other thing. They don't want to do it. I get it. Looks like more markets is like, we're going to provide this one place, and the people can go here and do this thing. It's awesome, but understand where it's being done. Understand how it's being facilitated. It is on Flare. Non-custodial real yield, a secure path to DeFi. The integration provides a genuine on-chain yield solution for XRP that is fully non-custodial, ensuring users retain control of their assets at all times. I have to scream like that for the XRP entertaining content creators in the back. Ensuring users retain control of their assets at all times. Secure bridging, liquid staking, pretty cool. Secure bridging, it says, with the F assets protocol, a user's native XRP always remains on the XRPL. I don't know. Barbie, help me out. Pookie, help me out. Help me to get the word out to the XRP entertaining content creators who keep spreading this false narrative. Help me to get the word out. Flare published it again, saying it again. The integration provides a genuine on-chain yield solution for XRP that is fully non-custodial, ensuring users retain control of their asset at all times. Secure bridging. With the FSS protocol, a user's native XRP always remains on the XRPL. I'm going to end it there. Make sure you go check out Flare. Read this article at Flare Networks, plural. Read this article. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. That'd be really cool. People just don't understand. I hope people understand it. Rick Sesnetto says, I will be going big. I will be going big in the Firelight Vault system. These vaults will be used by institutional DeFi with different risk levels built in the vault system. We just need to choose our risk level. Yes, sir. 100%. Absolutely. Firelight is going to be a game changer for sure. And there are other game changing things coming. And remember, this stuff right now is being powered by Flare Network's F Assets protocol, which is not even in the top 10 of the awesomeness that's coming to Flare Networks and what they're building out, rather. Do you understand? Do you understand what I just said? You're blessed. We are blessed to be here early days. We're blessed to be here early days, without question. I hope you guys get it. We're blessed to be here. And I just love the sticking to this ethos, the crypto ethos of true decentralization, true security, and true scalability. I don't mind that it takes longer. Like for me, I just don't. There's other cryptos out there. Okay. If you want some shorter stuff. But in the end, what I ultimately want is true decentralization, true security, and true scalability. And I think if people took the time to be honest with themselves, that's why they got in crypto. Because in the back of their mind and in their gut, they know that the traditional financial system is rigged against them and is stealing their wealth. That the intermediaries have just sucked everything out of them, sucked all the wealth out. Like in their gut, they know that. And that's why they got into crypto. They thought it was the bull run cycles. But in the end, they want to participate in a system where there's a level playing field, where both institutions and retail can participate without stupid stuff like accredited investor BS. You understand? And if you can see 10 years from now, they're going to be valuable assets to hold, like in every financial system. There are valuable assets. like in every financial system. You understand? I'm not talking about stuff that does 20 and 30, 40x. That doesn't mean it's a long-term valuable asset. It could be a 20x this cycle and nada the following cycle. All right, fam. I'm gonna hop off here. I appreciate you guys. Yes, Rupert, FLR demand is gonna be insane in my humble opinion. I agree. I agree. It's gonna be insane. I'm gonna hop off here. I gotta get on this call. I appreciate you guys big time. Do me a favor and hit that like button on the way out. That'd be really, really cool. And if you happen to be in that 55% or so of people that are hanging out and listening to and watching the Crypto Seeds, do me a favor. If you've been enjoying those hangouts, please consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so that you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this one like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win, but that's okay though, because you and I, we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this, perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.